planted our new plants. That's an older plant, but he planted the new one here. He trimmed down our banana tree because it was not looking so great, out of control, so I think it needed to be cut back. And power washing the rest of the house. Looking good. I'd have to say the house looks pretty good. Realtor comes on Monday. We need a dishwasher for the house to get it ready for sale. Let's see what we got here. So we found a dishwasher and they're going to deliver it on Wednesday because they didn't have it in stock. Rick thought that it could fit in the trunk of the car. I don't think so. What do you think, Rick?
I'm always right.
Well, anyways, we don't have to worry about it because they're just going to deliver it on Wednesday. Yeah, we bought extra long water hose because of where the dishwasher is, so it fits. I've got a craving for Jordan almonds, so I'm going in to Richard's Emporium and get myself some Jordan almonds. Rick likes chocolate covered cranberries, so.
Who's Jordan?
What are you getting, Noah?
I have no clue.
Of course, we got more than we expected to get, but that's all right. Noah poured the Jordan almonds, so I've got like quadruple the amount I should have gotten today. Now I'm gonna have to eat them all. Darn. So here's the big bag of Jordan almonds. And then Willow got some, I don't know, some kind of mixed nuts. And then some more mixed nuts. Yogurt covered almonds. And some kind of dark chocolate toffee something or other. Fresh peanut butter. You just there's a machine in there with real peanuts, so there's no additives or other bad stuff. So this is really good. I like it so much better than Jif or anything like that. It doesn't bother my stomach. We got, what is this? We got dark chocolate. Dark chocolate doesn't have as much milk, or I don't know how much milk there is in here, but this doesn't bother Noah's stomach, so he eats that instead of milk chocolate. Milk chocolate has too much milk. Last but not least, this is dark chocolate covered cranberries, right, Rick?
Yeah.
And Rick likes those for a snack. So that's it. I did get some incense, but that's in another bag. Let's go home. Talk about moving out of state or doing something that you want, but your family and friends or somebody is saying, don't do it, you're not gonna like it, you're gonna fail, whatever the situation is. But specifically because I've been making videos on YouTube for about a year now. Many of our videos are about Florida, moving to Florida because we live here. A lot of people have said to me over the past year how they are afraid to make a move to Florida or to do something else or to start a business or to go to another state or country to do something that they really want to do, but they get comments from family and friends that scare them, and so they just don't do it. I'll use Florida as an example because it happened to us, where people will say, you're not gonna like it, it's too hot, it's too flat, it's too sandy, sand sticks to you, it's too you're gonna get sunburned because you're too fair, you're gonna not find a job, you're not gonna make money, you're not gonna be able to find a house, it's too expensive. The list goes on and on. From people that I don't even know, too, on the internet would say things like that. But I have found over the years in my life that it's best to do what I want to do, follow my gut, do my research plan, and I listen to what people have to say. I really do. I take it into consideration. I do my research, but I don't let anybody stop me from doing what I want or let them scare me from doing something I want. I understand friends and family, they love you. They're afraid that things may not work out. Then what? They don't want you to suffer. But that should not let you stop you from doing what you really want. Now, the comments I have gotten were from many people who are from the North, born and raised. It's not that they don't love their state that they're in. You know, they have family and they love it. But after a while, some people don't like the cold. The winters can get long, dark, a little depressing at times. If you're a person who loves the snow and cold, I don't want to offend you in any way, because for some people it's paradise. You love the snow, you love to ski, you love to play outdoors and make igloos, and it's a lot of fun for you. You enjoy it, and that's great. But this video is about people who they just want to move and they want to change in their life. Now, I want to be very clear that just because you move to what you think might be paradise, where it's warm and there's palm trees and there's sun, doesn't mean that you're going to be living your what you might think is a vacation or a dream that's perfect. I don't believe there's such a place or a thing where everything's perfect all the time. I think you need to do your homework if you do want to move to Florida or anywhere else or starting a business. But again, I'm going to stick with Florida since that's the one topic that really comes up a lot. So as far as too hot, too flat, too this, too that, to that, to whatever, I would have to say, yes, it's flat. It's Florida. Yes, it's hot, especially in the summer. It does get humid. But the people saying that may not like the hot and flat and the sand and the beaches and the sunsets. But you might love the sunsets and the beach and the sand between your toes, and you don't mind, like me. I love the heat. I love the summer. I actually look forward to the humidity in the summer. It actually makes me feel good. Many people just don't like it. They prefer the winters, which is beautiful as well. We had a couple of cold days, and it kind of reminded me of how much I don't like the cold. But that does, cold and weather shouldn't make up your whole life. So when you're coming down here, you have to have money. I don't care where you move. I don't care what business you might be starting. You need to have some cash, and you have to really, really, really want it. You can't just say, well, I don't know, and you come down with no money and then you're broke. You're not going to be happy if you're broke wherever you are. It costs to move. But if it's something you want to do, then you just plan on working extra wherever you are, save the cash that you need to move, always have more cash than you think you're going to need, have an emergency backup. You need that in case something goes wrong, especially if you don't have family down here. You want to have backup, because if you don't have family to help you out, you're going to need cash to pay someone to help you out. If it's something you want, then make your plans and move. And if you don't like it, it's not the end of the world. You don't have to go back to wherever you came from. You could try another town. You could move to another state, another country. There's so many options. And it doesn't mean you failed. It's an experience. You move to a place, and it's an experience. The whole process is an experience. It's a learning experience that you only get by doing something. If you don't try something, how will you ever know? You'll just have regrets later on, saying, oh, I wish I would have done this or that. And none of us want that, right? So I'm not saying don't listen to your family and friends. Listen to what they have to say, then do your research. And if it's still something you really want, then make plans to do it and do it. And when you get here, talking about Florida again, if you get to Florida and you're having a difficult time finding a job or they're not paying enough, start your own business. I say start your own business no matter what, even if you find a job right away, because having that extra cash, having your own business makes things more flexible. You give yourself a raise by working more at what you really love to do. If you're worried about a job, you could start a business cleaning windows, walking dogs, cutting grass, babysitting, delivering things for elderly who can't. Mobile businesses are big down here because there's a lot of elderly who don't drive or don't want to drive and they just need help. It's easy enough to start a mobile business from your home and have a job. You can make it work if you really, really want to. Now, if you come down and you, like I said, don't like the heat, well, you turn the air conditioning on. You go to the beach, you go swimming. But Florida's not for everybody, because you have to work, you have to make money, you got bills, just like anywhere. But the sun does shine quite often, and it's really relaxing and nice not having to bundle up in my long johns and my boots and my hats and gloves and everything else before I head out the door and scrape ice on that snow and shovel and all the things that go with the snow and ice. Having a home in the north and south would be like ideal. Many people do that. They're called snowbirds. They come here for the winter and they're able to afford to do that, but many of you can't afford to do that, so you have to pick one or the other. Up north, it's cold, you go inside, you turn the heat on, and you're nice. I loved our fireplace and looking out and looking at the beautiful snowfall, but I hated to go outside of the house, and I didn't think that was healthy for me. I felt like once I got here, like every day I'm out walking and getting a little bit of sunshine. I don't sit out and tan, mainly because I don't have a pool. I think if I had a pool, I'd probably be out there a little bit longer. As far as sand, crawling up your butt and into your shoes, you go swimming and you take a shower when you're done if that bothers you. So all those negative comments that you get from people are true in a way, and if you don't like it, then I understand. But if sand doesn't bother you and you could shower and you got air conditioning, it's nothing to worry about. The main concern is making a living. If you look on the internet, statistically they say that Florida does have lower paying wages, so it's something to think about. But the misconception I find is people think Florida is very expensive to live in, and that's something all around the world people think in certain areas is just too expensive to live in. Every city is completely different. Like this town that we are in, Northport, and the next town, Port Charlotte. Very affordable. You just have to look around, and it's not bad neighborhoods or anything like that. It's family, it's older people, younger people, regular neighborhoods. It's not a rich place, and it's not a bad neighborhood, so it's where middle class people live, and you can live here very comfortably. But again, I would always start a side business for extra cash, because you just never know when you're going to need it. And if you don't like it, I know I said it 100 times already, if you don't like it, you can move to just another town. Sometimes it's just a town that you don't like, or it's a job that you don't like, or it's the apartment that you're living in that you don't like, or the neighborhood. So you can't just go to a town and say, oh my God, it's so expensive, and I hate the people, and I hate the apartment, and I hate everything about it. I hate Florida. That's not how it works. It's like going to another country and saying, it's so expensive, I hate that country, and I hate everybody in it. Well, maybe it's because you were in this one particular neighborhood that you didn't like, and it wasn't that great, and you weren't making the money that you wanted, and so you can't just say, y'all are horrible, and I hate the whole state. Not only that, but it's offensive to us people who live here when people say how horrible Florida is, or we hate Florida. And that's why I don't say I hate Ohio, where I'm from. I love Ohio. I think it's beautiful. It's just I prefer the sun. Doesn't mean I hate Ohio, and Ohio has some of the most beautiful, wonderful people I've ever met. Because you had a bad experience in your situation, please don't say you hate a whole state or a whole people or a whole whatever. It's it's hurtful to others. If you have a dream, just do it. And if you don't like it, you can find another dream. And if you don't like that dream, there's a gazillion other dreams that you can come up with. Life's full of different options. And I always say there's 1,000,001 ways to live a life, probably more, infinite amount of ways to live your life. And no one way is the right way. And different times in your life, you might want to live a different lifestyle. And I've said that before. So some of you who've been following me for a while might think I sound like a broken record. But I have many new subscribers, and I want to make sure that you know where I'm coming from. When you're younger, you might want one thing, and a few years later, you want something else. And throughout life, it changes. And it's okay to want different things, and it's okay to want different dreams, and it's okay to experience life to the fullest. You don't have to live in the suburbs with a white picket fence and your 2 kids and a dog forever. You could change, you could do different things. And that's what we're about. That's what we want to do. We want to experience life and the different things it has to offer. We're selling our house. We're going to be traveling. Doesn't mean I don't like Florida. I absolutely love Florida. I love Florida. I love it. The sunsets and the waves and the water and the smell of the salt. It's so enjoyable. I absolutely love it. But I want to see the rest of the world. There's so much to see. So, did I fail because I don't want to stay here for life? No, I don't think so. Do I hate Florida? Absolutely not. I love it. Do I recommend moving to Florida? If you want to, only you can decide that. Don't ever let anyone else tell you what you should do, unless you're, of course, under 18 years old. You wait till you graduate from school and pay your own bills, and then you can do what you want. So that's where I'm coming from. I wanted to cover that topic because I've had lots of people over the past year, not just on our channel, but on other YouTube channels, things that are totally just rude and mean and awful and telling people they shouldn't try this or that. I was just watching a video, and a girl commented that she would like to try making a YouTube video. And some kids said, some people are made to make YouTube videos and the rest of us should move over into our own lane. Just because he doesn't think he can make a video or wants to make a YouTube channel, he shouldn't have discouraged that woman who wanted to try it. If someone wants to try something, give them encouragement. I think being positive and helping others follow their dreams and do what they want is the thing to do, the right thing to do, I think. So that's all I have for you today. If you want to do something, do it, but plan for it. Just don't, pick up your bag tonight and get on a plane and fly down here. You need to plan. Be smart about it. But don't plan so much that you actually get so afraid that you actually never do anything in your life and then regret it. It's getting dark. You can see it's getting pixely in this recording. So if you like this video, thumbs up. Please share. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.